Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special edition of the CredeCast. This is your host, the Reverend of the Ring, the Self-Supremacy, and the Chief Executive Officer, Everett Crede, here with my special guests, UWE New Assigned Talent, Chris Kulda, his manager, Steve Bono, and also joining me as an impromptu guest, Zach Cohen. Good to have you here. How you doing, guys?
Good to be here, sir.
All right. You want to talk a little bit about the mask?
Well, the character I'm going to be playing is the Great Dark Lord Revan from Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I know the character like the back of my hand. To be honest, I am him. And by that, I mean, they can attest to my relationship.
Revan's face was modeled after him. He voices Revan in the new DLC for Old Republic.
Oh, there you go. Wow, that's one.
But anyways, getting off of that, also the relationship I have with my girlfriend, who is a co-president of a product that we're working on together. Our relationship together is basically Bastila and Revan. Bastila is Revan's wife, and Paige and I are basically together like that. And it's just like, oh, hi.
It's actually both funny, charming, and
Creepy.
very creepy.
Like, according to my girlfriend's words, very creepy.
All right, sounds good. Zach, how you doing? Not bad. All right. Well, all right, that sounds good.
What's the timer? I want to see how long it took until I took my first sip of water.
Oh, well, yeah. Right now it's 2:36, so we'll see what's going on. I think we got some viewers on there, so it's going to be really good. But, all right. So, guys, if you have any questions, I'm going to be asking questions along with the panel today as well. As you can see, we're here in Five Towns College. We're in I believe this is the Melody Hall.
Melody Hall, yes, correct.
All right. So, that's definitely really cool.
Is that what it's called?
Common room.
Common room.
This is the common room of the Melody
The
Hall.
upstairs common room, to be exact.
Very special edition of the CredeCast. If you guys have any questions for any of these three people, definitely ask away. But first off, I want to ask, when did you really start getting into the professional wrestling? When did you really start getting into it?
Well, I've been trained in fighting for God knows how long. I'm a martial artist. I've been training in several different forms of martial arts, and one of them being called the Dragon Slayer style. It's my most
Dragon Slayer.
It's my most well-noted. It's an actual form of martial arts. It's actually referenced in a very popular anime called Fairy Tail.
Knew you were going to bring that up.
Oh, come on. It's my favorite anime. Second favorite, but we'll get to that later.
Number one.
We'll get to that later. You failed because it took you that damn long.
Wow. All right.
But anyways,
All will be explained, folks. All
will be explained. I've been training in these forms of martial arts for so long, and I've always I was one of the most intense fighters in the ring. When I would do MMA tournaments or just different fighting, God, it was just not fair to my opponent. It didn't seem like it was fair to my opponent. People would get me into submission holds. I remember at one point, the guy had me in a rear naked choke, and I'm just sitting there like, "You done? You done?" Because I can get out of this anytime I want. I'm just wondering if you're done wasting your energy. Okay, you're done? Okay, reversed out of it, and I got him into a triangle choke right away, and I made him tap out. And the look on his face of just sheer disappointment when he was like, "How did it not affect you, the rear naked choke?" I just said, "I'm victorious."
I just got a message from UWE Regional Champion Rick Rios. He says that my zipper is undone. It's perfectly zipped,
I think he's trying to screw with you, Mr. Perez.
Well, yeah, right. Rick Rios is definitely one of our biggest assets in the UWE. He's a former world champion, former member of the board, which was led by yours truly. And now he is aligned with our current world champion, Nick Somas, and they will be taking on me and TJ Sakara, which is going to be at Broken Glory, live streamed this Tuesday. So that's going to be definitely very interesting to watch, February 10th, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Now, what would you say has been one of your favorite moments to watch in WWE history?
Favorite moment? Oh, that's a difficult one. Anything attributed with The Undertaker, to be honest.
Taker? Yeah.
Because he's been my favorite competitor of all time.
Yeah.
Now,
trained with him
for a little. We're not going to talk about that though. Okay, but hopefully that won't get mentioned. Let's just not mention that at all.
Yeah. No
Basically, my favorite moment of all time. Taker Triple H second time when it was Taker versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels as guest referee.
Okay.
That was my favorite match, just for the adrenaline and at that one moment
Shawn went for the super kick.
Shawn went for the super kick and then the pedigree and then it was 1, 2, kick out at 2.5. I was just like, I remember losing my damn mind, just screaming. I'm like, oh my god, he's still alive and in this fight.
Yeah.
Pickles.
It was insane, but one of the things that killed it for me was like after Triple H hit the pedigree, Michael Cole gave it away with saying "streak's over," and it's just like anytime Michael Cole says "streak's over,"
you can tell what's going to happen.
You know it's a kick out, new champion, and you know it's just he's gonna kick out. Actually, that was the third time Undertaker fought Triple H at WrestleMania. The first time, was in the Astrodome, WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, they don't. The thing is, and this is what I realized about that, and I felt like they didn't mention that fight.
Yeah.
When they were doing the promo, it's like, for the second time in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But he fought him the third time.
That's just, management doing the very best to try to get rid of Bruce Pritchard. Bruce Pritchard was in the movement. Trying to get rid of the American Badass Undertaker.
Yeah. Which I didn't mind American Badass Undertaker. He was cool. But, I mean, it's like they were just like, oh, hey, let's not have this happen whatsoever.
Yeah, they just completely erased it from the history books. And it was
still a pretty good fight. It was a really good fight. Don't deny it. I mean, yes, it wasn't it was Undertaker, but not Undertaker. It was American Badass Undertaker. Why deny something so beautiful like that?
Yes, absolutely. I'm actually trying to see where I can get the comments, but without, actually going to the computer. I'm going to see if I can somehow read the comment list, but I'm not sure if I can be able to do that on my mobile.
Hopefully you'll be able to, so that way we can get comments from the people to discuss different stuff. I prefer not, if we're going to talk about stuff, let's not talk about past stuff because we're looking towards the future.
Yeah, definitely, as far as looking at the future goes, that'll definitely be a big asset. I mean, you guys are going to be making a big mark in the UWE. Everybody's blowing up, and it's only been 24 hours that you guys have been announced as UWE talent.
Wow.
You got Cameron Jackson, who is a very big name in the UWE. He's blowing up about it. I got a couple other people, Seth Maverick. I believe Drew Hood was someone that mentioned something as well. So it's definitely getting around there in the community, and it's only been 24 hours. So it's pretty viral. Like, you guys are really making an impact this quick.
Oh, yeah.
But Steve, I actually want to ask you some things because now you are now actually going to play the advocate. You're going to play the manager for Chris Cole.
That's simply because I honestly do not know jack shit about this. I honestly one of my best friends, Paul, watches wrestling all the time. Like every time I'm over his house, we're just playing wrestling video games. And my friend Tom, who's the bassist in my band, also watches wrestling, loves wrestling. I'm like, it's cool, I get it, but I'm not like a diehard fan. Like I don't watch it all the time. Like I know some of the guys, but when you were just talking about Triple H and Undertaker, I'm like, okay, I recognize those names.
I know the names, but I don't know much more. Which is cool. That's understandable.
Hence why I'm the manager. I'm just there to say, kick the shit out of him.
Yeah, right.
And cause controversy in case we're losing.
Yeah,
we're heels, but who knows what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, you guys could play. It depends on what's gonna really be. It's really about timing. And okay, do we need a good guy, bad guy? Face heel as they.
Or depends on just if I want to kick a guy in the face.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's like, you know what? Today I don't feel like being a nice guy. I'm gonna kick this guy in the face.
Yeah, I'm gonna see now if I can get people to actually ask questions on Facebook, so that way I can get.
Yes, please ask as many questions about.
Definitely, if anybody has me on Facebook, definitely you can ask questions there. But although I am gonna see if I can do this one little quick check here and see if I can get if anybody put any comments up. Yes, Rick Rios here live. Whistler is here as well. Ace Whistler is the person that does our logos. He's J Joker Designs. Well, this is a change of location. Looks like the expansion is happening. So yeah, definitely looking like it's going to be pretty good.
but we should just have our own little party here in the comment section. Oh, I see what they're gonna do. So
We apologize if we can't exactly see you. Please, though, we want to hear as much as you can.
Definitely. Let me see if I could actually read the comments from here. I don't know if anybody could read that from this.
I can't. I'm blind.
I'm blind as a bat.
All right, yeah, I can't really. Actually, you know what? I think I can read that. So it's just gonna look a little delayed. But let's see.
Yep.
Check your phone. Okay. So
Check your phone, you.
Yeah, Rick Rios, ladies and gentlemen. One and only Rick Rios. Who's the dick with the glasses and the suit? Oh wait, that's just Everett Crede. So I play.
Well, I am the CEO for the UWE, but I guess you could say the prime heel. Like, I'm like
understood.
People see me like the evil tyrant, Everett Crede. Like I had this faction with the board. And people actually like the other people in the faction. But it was like, but Everett Crede, he's the sole bad guy. He's just holding back. He's just, it's like, it's pretty much like that. But let's see. Now, Rick Rios, he's blowing about answering his questions. Now, I know you guys, have you watched UWE before?
No, we haven't. Because honestly, we have not heard much about
the backyard wrestling.
Backyard wrestling. Well, I've known about backyard wrestling. I've been kind of dark to that for a little while.
Okay.
However, I'm very excited to be in this.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be awesome, and to have a good manager like this guy teaming up with me, it's going to be a fun situation.
All right. I know I showed you the intro yesterday.
Oh, yes. Some of the people on there, this is going to be fun for me.
Who were the people in that intro that kind of drew attention? I mean, you don't have to say the names, but
Lips. As soon as I saw Lips.
Yeah.
Oh, I liked him. If I'm not fighting him in the ring, I want him on my side.
Yeah.
I already, as soon as I saw him.
I did not tell him to say that, by the way. I did not tell him previously to say that. Just making sure you guys know, because
to be honest, as soon as I saw Lips, I'm like, he looks cool. I want him as my tag team partner, because I think he's evil. And he explained to me who he was, and I'm like, oh yeah, I like him. By the way, I am energetic a lot. It's not easy to keep me down.
Clearly tell.
Well, yeah.
Oh, you're such a good one.
Very interesting individual that's he's been known for some rivalries he's had with Insanity and Cameron Jackson. He actually kidnapped Cameron and had him kept taped up in a chair in Lips's little playroom, which was a garage. And pretty much, God knows what he did when the cameras were turned off. But at our latest CPV event, Hell's Vacancy, Lips fought Cameron Jackson. Cameron was victorious, but it got a little heated up when Lips knocked him out with his finisher, which I now believe is called the St. Andrew's Cross. And after hitting the move, he goes for the pinfall. Well, he doesn't even. He tries to attempt to go for the pin, doesn't do it, and actually kisses Cameron Jackson.
Wow.
So Cameron flips and pretty much beats the hell out of him, ties him, like literally bondage tapes his arms and his legs, hits his finisher, which is like a wicked frog splash. He calls it the black toad splash. Lips's abdomen is exposed, bam, 1, 2, 3, and then takes a lead pipe and crushes Lips's throat. And Lips has not been seen since. That happened, I think Hell's Vacancy aired in January, like early. So he's been gone. He hasn't been heard of for about a month.
Hopefully Lips will be coming back soon. It'll be very good to have. I'm very excited to get to work with Lips and this guy that took him out. I'm not sure how I feel about him.
Cameron Jackson, he's
I'm not
definitely
sure how I'm feeling about him right now.
Yep, he's definitely the fan favorite. He's definitely one of the most well-known people in the UWE. He's also known for having his own company called Cameron Jackson Entertainment, which is very interesting. It's a very good story and how that has worked. He's had people work for him before. They've turned their back on him, but it's a good, he started in as a bad guy and then he got a lot of respect from the fans. Of course, I had a bone to pick with him as Everett Crede. People instantly went to Cameron's side, and Now Cameron's one of the biggest names yet.
Oh yeah.
So he's definitely well known. Rick Rios, who he's been hitting me up with some questions. Definitely a big time player, former world champion, current regional champion. Definitely a big asset. And then Nick Somas, those two make the New Age Takeover. It's a good show.
I just want to mention that our other president from a company that we'll discuss in a little while, she couldn't be here right now. However, she did want to mention us. Just get to mention eventually soon the company, and she just gave me a list of stuff that she wants to talk about at some point soon. So I now have her input.
Definitely. All right, sounds
Based on
good.
the conversation we had earlier about Revan, I'm pretty sure you can guess who it is we're talking about.
Yes, my girlfriend, and we'll explain who she is in a little bit when we get to there.
Sounds good. I mean, because they're gonna blow up once they find out her name. So.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna blow up about that.
Yeah.
Once they find out the name. But definitely a lot of cool things. So pretty much we'll talk about definitely a channel in just a little bit. If anybody else has any questions, definitely hit me up on Facebook if you want, or you can comment on YouTube every now and then. I'm going to go back and have to check the comment section.
Let me see if I can get it on my phone. That might be a good idea.
I think iPhone. I think you can't get it on iPhone.
I can probably go grab my computer from my room and just quickly set it up on here, so that way.
If you want, you could do that.
Yeah, I will gladly do that. Just give me 1 second, and I will. Yeah, I just have to load up the list. I'll go do that now, so that way you can have the comments from them. So
yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. 1 second.
All right. So
I apologize for leaving.
All right. So Steve, you're going to be our second manager that is currently going to be in the UWE. We only have one other manager besides you, who is Minister Sherwood. So how do you feel about being, because this is something completely new?
Well, to be honest, Chris hasn't told me a fucking thing. I just showed up here. He says, "Oh, we're gonna do an interview." I'm like, "Okay," and I show up and I'm like, "Wait, are we doing this?"
Yeah, right.
So I honestly have no idea what's going on. I just know that I'll have to be there for him doing some things. I don't know when.
I can definitely let you know the shows.
Because I'll have to know where it is, when it is, because I have a schedule too.
Yeah, definitely.
Fuck if I can't make this, I don't know what to do.
Well, yeah, it's okay. Like I said, you being the manager, you being there, it's going to be a big asset. If you're not there, it's all right. It's not a problem.
Yeah. But if I can't make it, I'll still support him through I'll send him a message before the fight, beat the shit out of him or something.
There you go.
But I'll try to be there as best I can.
Rick Rios sent me "Beware of NATO," which is his faction. Him and Nick Somas are part of the NATO, which stands for the New Age Takeover. They're going to be facing myself and the self-proclaimed real world champion TJ Sakara in a tag team match. Me and TJ are known as the Board. So the Board versus NATO, Broken Glory, this Tuesday, February 10th. Definitely got to check it out.
Managed to find it.
Oh. Yeah, there you go. So I was just talking to Steve, seeing, he seems very excited to be your advocate, your manager. So I think that's going to be really cool.
Glad to hear. Okay, so what else is going to be discussed from this?
Well, pretty much I'm going to see if any comments. Rick has been hitting me up with some questions.
Yes, any questions I would gladly like to answer.
These guys saw the UWE lockdown intro, which I worked over. I think it was during the break. So that was, definitely a lot of fun. But here's a good question. What do you guys want to do as far as making an impact in the UWE? What is your purpose for signing over to Underground Wrestling Entertainment?
Kicking ass. To be honest, I want to just kick ass. It's one of the reasons why I want to be here. Make a name for myself so that way people won't just know me from one location. They go, "Oh, he's also that guy, and he kicked major ass in that competitive match." Oh, it blew everybody's mind. Do you mind just typing in the name of the stream?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Actually, hold on. Just go to YouTube, and then we'll get to the stream.
All right.
My internet is just cheaper.
I got a message from J Joker Designs, Ace Whistler. He says, "You look like the gender bend version of Ellen at the moment."
Who are you talking to, me or him?
Me. He's talking to me.
All right, I was about to say.
I look like the gender bend Ellen DeGeneres here,
I want to make such a bad joke. I want to make such a bad joke, but it'd be so mean.
Can you imagine? What is that say cast or?
Yeah, cast.
Okay. CredeCast, episode 13. So
There we go.
should be the live stream. Definitely put it on mute though.
Already done.
All right. Yeah.
So I can have a list of questions.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they're, right over there, they're gonna have some news feed going on.
Over in that corner, so that way
Yeah.
I'll leave it down here.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, so pretty much just refreshed for him. So I'm gonna do, for the last time, I'm gonna go up here and see if any comments loaded up.
It should say it on the side, right?
Yep. Let's see. Let's see. Wait, who's the guy all the way to the left? Oh, hang on a second. Let's see. Okay, Squisher. I got to tell you guys that story.
Okay.
Back body slam. It's backside slam, Whistler. Wait, who is the guy on the left? That is on your left. That is Zach Cohen. He's actually not gonna. He's not currently signed to the UWE at the moment, but who knows in good time.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Got 36%. All right.
Hey! I see that comment there that suck up to lips.
Yeah, that's Rick Rios. A lot of people suck up to lips. He is a male prostitute.
Listen, you. I ain't no suck up to anybody.
Crede slipping 5 Towns college students at 20 before the stream. This is a talk show like environment. Oprah over here. Yeah, but no, we already know. Like, he's a fan of WWE. He knows it's predetermined. We all know it's a predetermined TV wrestling kind of thing. But still got to get out there big for the competition. And all right, so let's go back over here. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, I'll do that. Let's see. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right, we're back now. As you can see, we got some comments on here. Tell him bring his ass to the UWE. Yeah, because these guys are definitely in character. They're in character when they talk. So these guys really like.
Maybe we should move the camera a little bit.
Zach. Yeah, poor Zach is poor Zach's leg
Zach's here
is.
for another reason. You will see why. Don't worry. Don't worry. When I come to the ring as Lord Revan, you will understand why people fear me.
Yeah,
And why people murder me.
That would have sounded really fearsome if you didn't say it.
That kind of ruined it.
Yeah, all right.
No, you will. Dementio, go fuck yourself.
There you
I'm
go.
going to break your.
So, definitely as far as that goes, I mean,
You're lucky you're an immortal.
the character sounds very interesting. Very, if you guys can, if I can kind of translate it to you guys, very medieval, very, very dark, very mystic. So it's, definitely going to be a really cool character to have because it's different from anything we have. Our darker characters in the UWE, we have Insanity, we have Lips, we have Daisy, Adnan. So, this is totally something very different that we're going to have in the UWE. We might actually be signing a few more people as well with a lot crazier gimmicks, The
more the merrier.
I know we had a talk about a Mr. Rogers gimmick in the past or someone, maybe a stalker gimmick. We got, very interesting how we're going to make that work. So this is definitely going to be exciting. Now, before we get to, what your guys' channel is about, I want to see now, right now, it looks like you're making your first appearance, what looks to be the show after our next CPV event, because we're recording our next show on February 15th. And if you want to make that, you're definitely more than welcome to. I can write you guys in somehow in some way. But the next show is when we originally planned, and that's definitely for sure when you guys will be around. So what exactly are you looking for in your first, first way in? What should we expect? Should we expect a debut match, maybe a vignette, maybe come out and like a promo, interrupt somebody, maybe just
Most
ambush?
likely either a debut match or interrupting somebody, but something that people have to expect from me. You should be afraid. You should be very afraid for the fact that I am coming to the ring. How many armies have I destroyed with my powers? Dimentio being a witness to this.
We're in character now, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, now they're in
Let's
character.
see. Well, there was. Should I count people or planets?
All of it.
Oh boy.
You're all fucked.
Oh great! I got competition with the laugh. So, Crede and Litz got competition with the laugh, and Nick Somas, by the way. But
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be all too much fun to mention.
so there you go. Now these guys definitely look like they're going to be quite the duo of doom here. Now,
Just expect sheer craziness from us.
now,
Expect the unexpected.
Broken Glory is our event coming up on Tuesday, where we're going to see pretty much who reigns supreme between Everett Crede and TJ Sakara, who is the self-proclaimed real world champion, and myself, who is the chief executive officer, versus Rick Rios and Nick Somas, who is this new age takeover. So with either emerging victorious, because one of them will emerge victorious and the other will be, pretty much shooken into shambles. So what, with either one of those teams pretty much ruling the UWE, what is your plan as far as the NATO or the board? The NATO, of course, being the heroes and the board being the villains.
This is tough.
Probably just have to destroy them both.
Take them out both.
Well,
Or
you were kind of the hero. I was kind of the villain.
or
But then you were a villain at one point. Then you lost your memory.
and then Bastila
Then I
saved.
was.
Well, we can't forget that Bastila did save my life. But that's getting besides myself. I most likely will deal with all of them by destroying one and raising the other to glory. And if they don't like that, then they both will suffer.
Well, there you go.
I'm trying to be a fair man, but at the same time, they will fall at my feet. If they are not on my side, they will fall.
It's a good way to see it. Now, I'm a little intimidated, but I gotta beat the NATO first. So,
Oh wait, we got a comment over here. We got a couple. We got Zach, do you like wrestling? That's one of them. Zach, do you like wrestling?
All right.
Answer the question. Answer the goddamn question before I hit you with a keyboard.
I can watch it.
as you can see, definitely looks very competitive. Rick Rios has definitely got an ego, and you have to worry about that because I'm going to take him out of Broken Glory for you. So, but
I'll leave something for me. I like to break people in half myself.
all right, well, there you go. So, with that being said, this is only the beginning of, the mainstream that you guys are going to have.
Oh yes.
So now that a lot of people are kind of, still wondering the purpose of the gimmick, this is a good time to really bring up your own personal channel.
All right. So getting into that will most likely come in and out of character from this. We have a YouTube channel that we are starting up. There's nothing on it yet. Emphasis on the word yet. For the fact being that, our channel is actually called Insanity Rises. It has nothing to do with their insanity, actually. We came up with the idea because, we're all
Fucking insane.
We are. And ironically, we plan on being rising stars through this. Now, we've got a couple of different products coming out from these series. I'll start off with talking about mine. Being a big fan of Revan and being a big fan of Knights, I felt like Darth Revan from Knights of the Old Republic is not mentioned enough, I guess you'd say. He does not have enough publicity. It's like, oh, yeah, I played that game Knights, and there was that guy Revan in it. That's it. And that bothers me, because Revan's story is so damn awesome! With that, it needs more assimilation and more emphasis upon it. So with that, I was like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I think we should do a whole story from Revan from the beginning telling his story from. It's not going to be like every single hour and moment of his life. It's just going to be like, oh, this happened on this date, and this happened on this date, and da 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 da, and so on and so forth. So that way we can tell what Revan's life was like, and tell what Revan's life was like during his whole excursion, dealing with fuck you, dealing with all the Mandalorians and dealing with the Sith Empire and being married to Bastila and finding peace in the universe and all that other stuff, and ending it where I choose. And that's why my competitor is going to be Revan, obvious. I had another choice, but we'll get to that after Steve discusses his main project.
Okay, so my main project is, my whole life, I've been a huge fan of video games, specifically like the iconic ones like Mario and Sonic and stuff like that. And I've always loved Sonic, despite the amount of bad games that's come out.
Yeah.
Sonic Boom!
Yeah, I have no arguments with my brother, Mr. Sherwood.
Sonic 06!
Yeah.
Sorry, you couldn't hear me. Sonic 06!
There are a lot of bad Sonic games, but I love the series nonetheless. So when I was like a 10-year-old kid, little maybe 10-year-old me, I was just like, I want to make a Sonic fan series. So
I gotta say this one. Mini, you're already short as is. We do this
He's
a lot.
out of here.
We do this a lot. Be ready for this.
So basically, what it is I decided to make this series when I was younger that I entitled Sonic Team, named after the company responsible for creating Sonic. Well, the company Sega, but
The specific
team is
the specific branch of Sonic, Sega that does Sonic.
Team. So I named the comic after that, and I made it this whole big collaboration where Sonic and Tails go to an alternate dimension to try and find people to form the greatest superhero team of all time, and that alternate dimension ends up being Mario's world. So they team up with Mario and everyone, and like they end up staying in that world for a reason that will be explained in the comic. And a whole bunch of other characters come in, and it's mostly Mario and Sonic characters, but we have other characters from games like Legend of Zelda, Kirby, Metroid, Star Fox, Rayman, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, all these different series.
And then the parody series, the crossovers.
We do crossovers of my comic and the Revan story.
Which, in my opinion, is going to be one of the best. We're not sure if it's going to be a comic. We might try and make it an animated series.
For the most part, my story is going to be a comic, but it's going to be a readout comic. So, like yes, it will show like the word bubbles and everything, but it will also feature voice acting, which is something that
I play Bowser in this, which I am very excited to
The
play.
King of Koopas, my favorite, favorite video game character since I was 5.
Yeah, Bowser's a great character. He's up there as my favorite. However, he's my second favorite Mario character. My favorite Mario character is the character that I'm portraying here as his manager, which would be the villain from my favorite video game of all time, Super Paper Mario, the magician, jester, evil, psychotic Dementio. And Dementio does not actually have a voice. So if you played the game, it's all text dialogue, so Dementio doesn't have a voice. So I made one based off his personality. He's very charming in his demeanor when he speaks. He's very charming. And he's also a little psychotic, so I came up with this voice for him, and it just kind of stuck. And that's the voice I use for Dementio, and he is one of 3 main villains in my comic.
So that's the voice you're going to have in the...
Yes.
Can you do that voice again,
Oh, absolutely. I can do this for hours.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a manager. That is a manager that I am going to be very intimidated by. He's going to have Minister Sherwood have a lot of competition.
So he is one of 3 main villains. The other 2 being Scourge the Hedgehog from the official Archie Sonic comics.
Okay.
And the character, the Master of Evil, who is my own fan character, who is pretty much based off Satan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like he's very he's very, very fucked up. Like he's the kind of character who he will blow up an entire city and just say, "It's no big loss."
All right.
Pretty much how it goes.
And because for some reason our computers run a little low on battery, a little faster than I thought. So I do want to have Zach. I want you to. What is your?
He doesn't have a project, however, he's one of the actors for it, and we've got 2 more projects that we're going to mention, both of us. We've got the technical crossover. It's not really a crossover, I should say. It's Revan and Dementio. We're actually going to be playing different video games from different franchises in character, such as where I'm going to be playing, like, we'll play like Dark Souls or Knights of the Old Republic, and Dementio is going to be there, and Revan, they're both going to be commentating on it. And some games we're just going to do like a 5-minute segment of us just playing a little bit through. It's like, oh, okay, this game's good. Then we've got where we're going to be doing from beginning, middle to end, such as Dark Souls.
It's going to take a while.
And Skyrim.
It's gonna be good.
We're going to put the entirety of Skyrim?
Oh, wow.
Main story.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe.
Okay.
Depending on what I feel like doing. Because we're never gonna fucking beat that game.
No.
We're just gonna do some of the main story. No side quests. Oh wait, that's still gonna take like a year.
Yes.
well,
Forget it. We're gonna do Mass Effect instead. Wait.
Why don't we just fucking...
Knights of the Old Republic.
well. Nonetheless, definitely going to be an awesome channel we got to check out. Insanity Rises. Make sure you check it out, guys.
And one more project I want to mention is we are creating our own anime. We, all 3 of us, are all fans of anime. Personally, mine is Fairy Tail. My favorite one is Fairy Tail. If you guys have not seen it, go watch it now. Well, after we're done, because we are important. We are awesome. Insanity Rises. But once you're done with all this, we'll gladly answer any questions on Facebook or anything like that. We'll get to that at another point in time. Over there, he's one of the voice actors for the series. I'm currently going to be playing, my character Wolfie Samu. My girlfriend Paige, who's the business technical producer.
There's your blow up for the name, guys. Paige.
My girlfriend's name is Paige. Not related, not the WWE diva. No. But it's ironically spelled the exact same way, by the way. Spelled the exact same way.
Paige.
Yep. It's not even like it's like P. It's not even like there's a slight letter difference. No, it's Paige.
Awesome.
She's gonna be playing a character named Aqua, who's dating my character Wolf. His anime character. Did we actually find a name for yours yet?
We didn't really establish a name for my character, but I do play another character. I play this villain.
One of the villains.
One of the villains.
Cerberus. Yes, this is all about mythology, by the way. We deal with the 3-headed dog, Cerberus, who's one of the main villains, and he is responsible for so much of my misery in this anime. Not gonna lie, I kind of cry a lot. Douchebag.
Yep.
Anyways.
All right.
And then he plays his own character, who is, what's his name again?
Might change it. I'm not sure yet.
But for now, what's the name?
Zaxxas.
Zaxxas. And he has lightning powers. This guy has ice. I have fire. My girlfriend has water. Obvious Aqua.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's most of our stuff. Oh, and we also decided to do something recently today where we're going to do a history channel kind of thing. It's like when some video games, they give you a backstory, but it's not enough. It's like, oh, there's definitely more to it that you have to literally focus in order to get it. Like Dark Souls is a prime example. They don't tell you anything when it comes to that game. You have to figure it out through item descriptions, pay attention to character dialogue, and so on and so forth. We're going to do like a history channel where it's going to be us discussing it and then us reenacting it in costume and all that stuff.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Before we wrap things up, because I think we got 8% left on this computer, I'm going to mention a couple of names, and I want you to just give me the first sentence the first sentence that comes to mind.
Okay.
All right. So, I'm just going to mention a couple of names right off the bat, WWE related. See what we get of your opinion of these guys, and it'll give them a little bit of insight on.
Great that I have not watched since the last WrestleMania because.
Oh, that's good. That's good though. Yeah,
I have not watched since the last WrestleMania because of a personal meltdown with a certain wrestler losing a certain streak, which was bullshit.
There you go. Yeah, a lot of people very pissed off about that. All right.
No, I can't calm down to you. Go fuck yourself.
There you go. So, all right, let's begin.
I'm cool.
First off, all right, let's start with first. Daniel Bryan.
I like him. I personally have a lot of respect for the man. He's a good competitor. He belongs at the top.
All right. All right. Sounds good. We're gonna, definitely, like I said, it's, he's a really cool guy. Definitely want to get, if you guys have any insights, definitely, one sentence kind of, first sentence that comes to mind. Randy Orton.
Randy Orton. From where I last left off, he was kind of a jerk. I think I liked him, but I didn't like the way he was going. He kind of sounded like a spoiled brat.
Okay.
Like, I deserve the title! I deserve the title! He sounded like Mallet when he wanted to become Dark Lord of the Sith. Then he tried killing me, but that's another story.
Yes.
Roman Reigns.
I like him. Personally, I like him. He's a good tank kind of person. And I liked his can-do, kick you in the face, take you down. If you stand in my way, you're going down attitude. I personally like that. I had a lot of respect for that.
The Rock.
Wow. So I recognize him. I know him.
Gonna say this right now. I liked him.
Liked.
Back in the Attitude Era.
All right.
Now he's only there for like WrestleManias. We rarely see Rock. He's not there. He's busy off doing his movies. Which, don't get me wrong, it's fine.
Yeah.
But focus on one, not the other.
When I hear Rock, I think, okay, I don't know him as The Rock. I don't know as Dwayne Johnson, the guy who's in the movies.
It's like the Tooth Fairy. Horrible movie.
That movie's fucking terrible.
Steve Austin.
Stone Cold
Steve Austin. I recognize that.
Oh, God. What?
There you go. You know what? We could just leave it at that.
Just
Just leave it at one. Scott Hall.
now give me a hell yeah!
Scott
Did
Hall.
you not know Scott Hall?
What?
I don't remember Scott Hall.
Razor Ramon. Razor
Oh,
Ramon.
no, I did not join WWE at that time, so I have no opinion. I cannot vocalize my opinion of him. I don't want to be rude and sound ignorant. So.
Okay. All right. Shawn Michaels.
That match with Undertaker, that was my first WrestleMania that I got to see live. Man, it blew my mind.
Bray Wyatt.
Bray, I like him as a heel. I love him as a heel. He's a good psychopath. Granted, nowhere near Dementio's capabilities, but still, nowhere near my power level either. But
You can nowhere near me. No one's ever near me. You kidding me? I just want to. Did I explain this whole thing?
yes, you did, Dementio. God damn
Take
it.
the world, destroy it, become God of the universe. It's
He
great.
sounds like Jervis Tetch the Mad Hatter, actually. That's a cool thing right there. Got a little bit of a lag here, I'm noticing, with the wave, but it's all right. We're going to work with it. Undertaker.
I know him. He's awesome.
May your soul rest in the eternal fires of hell. You will rest in peace.
I love that awesome I think he does.
Kane.
So cool.
I like him. Corporate Kane.
Not so.
It goes Corporate Kane is personally my least favorite. And Masked Kane, the most recent one with Daniel Bryan, was my favorite one. They had a great tag team, and I wish that did not end. I really wish that had not ended.
Triple H.
I liked him. I don't like him as corporate Triple H.
Okay. We'll have two more.
I know Triple H. And the only reason why I know him is because, as I mentioned, I went and played wrestling games with my friend Paulie, and every time we were over, he'd always pick Undertaker, and I'd always pick Triple H.
There you go. Final two. One. Brock Lesnar.
I've heard the name.
I want you, if I personally had the opportunity right now to get in the ring with him, I'd do a match that we did. In my high school, I used to do sort of like not a backyard wrestling. My school did an event so that way we could raise money for the theater department. And we did a wrestling thing, and I instituted a match with my character, because I was a Jedi Knight. I instituted a sword fighting match, and oh boy, did I kick his ass. The Rock's head and shoulders are above the world, and this is my
shoulders above the. Because Cameron Jackson's a big fan of The Rock. And last but not least. Brock Lesnar.
I personally like to get in that lightsaber match, knock his lightsaber out of his hand, take both of them, and beat his skull in until he's nothing but a pile of red mist. He should not have won. Personally, if anybody was going to take Undertaker's streak, it should have been Punk.
That was the other person I was going to mention before the last person, CM Punk.
You should be scared.
CM Punk.
CM Punk. Oh my God, he's got a lot of balls. He's one of my, personally, I love when he does the pipe bombs. He's one of the, like, oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Punk's coming out. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna do? Drops a pipe bomb and wrecks everything. It's like, oh my God. When he left, it broke my heart. It personally broke my heart. I wanted to see him go against Undertaker one more time and then beat the streak. And yeah, I mean, she shouldn't have won it. My problem was he was a Paul Heyman guy.
Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho, a lot of respect for the guy. A lot of respect.
Yep.
He was a good wrestler, and I invented that. So funny.
Yeah.
It's such a good meme, and he knew it would be a
Yep.
meme too, so it just made it even better. It's like, I invented that. I invented memes, son. Oh, it's beautiful.
Last but not least, John Cena.
Okay. Recognize that name.
Everybody knows John Cena.
Everybody knows John Cena.
If you don't know John Cena, where have you been under a rock?
Yeah.
The Rock, maybe. Ha!
There you go.
That is.
Anyways,
that is gonna
John
suck.
Cena.
I will absorb your powers. Anyways, yeah, CM Punk is cool and everything. Don't get me wrong. It's just, he's too much. Too much Cena. Way too much Cena and too much. It's like, wait, let me guess. Cena's gonna fight. Let me guess. Cena's gonna pull the same 5 moves. I used to remember when he used to be. He's gonna do the same 4